Hi, in this video I want to show you how to fasten your strings on the oud. So first take a close look at the bridge here, and you'll see that the way that the strings are fastened to the bridge is that you basically take this string and put it in this hole from this side, from inside of the bridge, and then you pull it out of here and you loop it around twice and leave enough string so that it won't slip back. So it's basically just like the classical guitar, same concept, same thing. And the strings are also nylon strings, just like classical guitar are. I think La Bella makes the strings, the Dario makes the strings, there's some Pyramid, I think from Germany makes the strings and so forth. There's a few string makers for the oud. Now going to the pegs, if I count the pegs like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and most ouds will have 12. Now occasionally you will see some ouds that have only 9. Sometimes you see ouds that have only 11. Sometimes ouds have more than that, more than 12, which is in the case of Iraqi and Iranian ouds. They have more strings and they have more pegs like this. So, but the most popular type of oud is the one that has 12 pegs. Now, usually not all the pegs are used. You could use all if you want, but usually the bass here is just the single strings. The bass here. So here's how I use the pegs, and I think this is the most popular way of using the pegs. So the first set of strings, which is the F, are attached to this one, which is the 5th, and the 6th. Okay, so first and second strings, or first set of strings, go to 5 and 6. Then you go to the C note, which is this and this, and they'll be attached to 1st and 2nd. Then you go to the G note, they'll be attached to 7th and 8th. Okay, then you go to the D note, and they'll be attached to 9 and 10. And then you go to A note, and they'll be attached to 3rd and 4th. And then finally you go to your G note, the bass note, and that will be attached to number 11 here. Now here's another very popular tuning and more traditional. The more traditional oud did not have these two strings, which is F. So if you like to play the old traditional, which I on almost all my previous videos, I play on an oud like that, and this is my newer oud, and I decided to go and add the F to it, so I'll play a little bit differently probably from now on. But the stringing is exactly the same. So when you want to play the 5-course oud tuning, just do not use these two. Do not use the 5th and 6th pegs, and leave them alone, and then don't use the 12 peg. So that'll be the case for a 5-course tuning. So when you hear about the 9-string oud, it means it has this note C, G, D, A, and then G. If you hear about an 11-string oud or a 6-course oud, then you're talking about F, C, G, D, A, G. And this G one, again, in Persian, Iraqi, Persian Gulf area, that's usually the G. In some other cultures, it's a different. So you can tune it differently. You can tune it like 4th, and that will be, if you tune it perfect, 4th will be E. It may be tuned F. It may be tuned all kinds of stuff. So that's about it. But there's variety. But this is more traditional. So I I kind of like the traditional oud playing. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.